Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. Now in this video we are back with the next episode of Fix Your Creations. This is a series where you can submit your broken creations and I take a look at them and see if they can be fixed and saved. Now if you are looking at getting your own creation fixed, just see the video description below for more information. But before we get started, if you are enjoying these videos, hit that like and subscribe button, don't forget to click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And while you're watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what else you'd like to see in my future videos. So that all said, let's get straight into it and get started with the first creation. And the first creation that we have is a BF109 that was submitted by a Robot Boy. Now he says he's having an issue with temperature overheating and also some stability with some pitch when it's flying. So let's just have a look around, let's see what's going on. So I can see he's got a gyro here and I'm guessing the engine is hidden somewhere in here. I could be wrong, but let's jump inside and let's see just how it flies and what kind of issues we get with the temperature. I don't even know if he has any temperature or anything. So he has starter, throttle. Okay, I guess we're flying. I would have liked to have seen, I'm guessing that's speed and that is his temperature. Okay, fire. Let's drop bomb. Don't know what that does. And fire is just the lasers. Okay, and that's a starter. It doesn't look like he's got any type of gyro on here, or at least he's not activating it, so that could be an issue. The temperature overheating, yeah, it's already at 115, so we need to see what the issue is with the cooling. This gyro also needs to have some work done to it, I think. So let's bring this back to the workbench if I can. Let's see, so there we go. And let's see what's going on first. So I want to have a look at that gyro issue. So he's got the gyro on. What is that connected to? Turn that on. He's got a push button for the gyro, so that's one issue there. I would replace that with a toggle. And I'll keep everything in a nice bright color so we can see what I've changed. So we'll keep it in yellow. So let's get that toggle button connected to the gyro and just make sure it's got electric. Cool, that should sort out his issue with the pitch. And we'll check the temperature issue out in a few seconds. Just make sure this is working. So throttle, starter. Yeah, that's much better. It's still, you can still see it's going up, and I think that is just a weight issue, to be honest. I think you need a little more weight in the front of the creation, but we could add some more weight blocks to that. But also, so that is connected. I also want to see how you got your gyro actually connected up, because gyro should be trying to keep it quite level. So let's see. Have you got your C, or why is your pitch not going to anything? So your pitch, you're actually just going directly to these, which is not right. You need to go from that to that. That's going to be more successful. That's going perfectly fine. That's going there. That's fine. Up, down, we don't need. Personally, what I would do so that you can take off better, I would connect your up down to propeller collective and then go to that and put it on neutral, and then go to your up down and put that on sticky, and that way you can actually toggle it on and off when you need the collective, so that will run a little bit better. For your engine situation, let's see what's going on. Where is your engine's here at the back? Okay, so that might be a weight issue. So center of mass, you can see, is at the back here, so we need to get some weight blocks here in the front. So I'm just going to go and put a few weight blocks here. That should help bring that center of gravity to be a little better. Cool, so there's some weight blocks there. It's a little bit more in the center. I could probably put a little more to be fair. Just make sure it actually still stands up. Yep, I'm happy with that. And then the issue was the engine overheating. So how have you got your cooling done for this engine? So, okay. So you got a radiator that just goes in there. Okay, it is getting some fresh air, which is good. Yeah, it's upside down. And then what is this? That should be your exhaust, if I'm correct. Okay, so it looks like you got that coming all the way to somewhere over here. Hold on. So you've got it coming out the wings. Yeah, somewhere. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where you've got these pipes. That's what direction arrows on. Okay, so there's a pipe, and it's going. Why is it? Okay, so it's facing forwards. That's fine, I guess. It is all connected, so I'm not really worried about that. Where is your air intake, though? I think it's here at the back somewhere. Yeah, air intake is just up here, and then your fuel is down there. Okay, so I'm not really too concerned about anything else. What is your RPS limiter on this engine? 26. Let's bring it to about 20. 20 RPS will be fine. And then I'm guessing that up down just goes, yeah. So the up down just goes directly to that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's go test it out. So I don't know why your engine is overheating that much, but we'll find out in a few seconds. Ideally, you want to keep your engine at a stable RPS, because using a throttle is not actually controlling the RPS, it's just controlling the actual throttle. So I'm going to close that. Let's get your engine started. I'll get engine throttle up. And it should be, yeah, so that's your RPS. It's now sitting around 20, and the temperature is going to keep on going up, to be honest, because it's that for idle, that's way too much. Let's now use our nice new collective to take off here. Looks like you also have brakes. Yeah, let me just check what's going on with your brakes here. You don't actually have any brakes. Huh. Because it feels like there is a limiting factor there. Let's try again. So close that. Get that, get the throttle all the way up. You probably also need a gearbox to be fair. Get that on. See if we can try and turn here a bit. Build up your RPS. See if we can take off in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm guessing you need a gearbox. And that's why, yep, it's got not enough power, and that's why you increase your RPS on that. So let's bring it back to the workbench and let's see if you do have a gearbox. It doesn't look like you do. Double check. Nope. No gearbox. So let's add a gearbox in here, and here's a perfect spot for it. Let's go gearbox. Let's face it towards the engine. There we go. Get that on a 1 to 3, 2 to 1 we'll start off with. We don't need to change it, just make sure it's got some electric, turn it on. That should give us much more power now, and also should hopefully stop your engine from getting to such a high RPS. So let's get your starter on. Let's get that on, close that. Let's take off now. Ooh, look how much more power this has. Look at that. Okay, we're going to reduce your sensitivity, and you could... This has got so much power. There we go. So I just reduced your throttle ever so slightly, and your overheating issue is going to stop now. It's going to rain about 70. Cool. Look at that. Your wings are probably not... I'll probably adjust the sensitivity that you have on your roll. But yeah, it's much better. Very stiff, very, very stiff on your roll. So I want to see what's going on there. So let's bring it back into the workbench. Let's just check your sensitivity levels. Ooh, 5%, 10%. So let's bring that to about 10%, 10%, and 10%. And then on your gyro, drop it down to about 50%. Cool. And now let's try that again. And I think that's pretty much done. So the overheating issue, gearbox you need, and then the stability issue is just your gyro. It needs to be connected to a toggle button. A few other small things, but not much. Let's try and take off again here. Yeah, that's much better. I would even probably increase your sensitivity a little more. But and the next creation we have is a rover that was submitted by Rave. Now, they said the issue they're having is with the steering. There's no steering, or there's a lack of it. It's not really working on the creation. So let's see what's going on. It seems like got a camera and a few other things there. So let's go to your monitor. There we go. So I can see if you. It's quite weird actually. Such a big screen. So it does move forward, but you do have a steering issue. Okay, let's bring this back into the workbench. Let's see what's going on here. So we'll just jump over there. Let's go and see. So do you actually have anything connected to steering? Okay, so you got steering here and steering there, and that's into that microcontroller over there. So okay, so that's fine, that's understandable. Your microcontroller, I'm guessing, has a composite in. Yes, it does. Let's just check the signals. So 2 and 1 and why are those on the same channel? Okay, where's it getting that composite signal from? It's getting it directly from the radio, and that radio is going from there. So you got, you know what, I would scrap all of this, to be fair. Like, just delete it. Get rid of that. Go directly from your seat into the radio, and then from your radio into this decrypting box. So what were you using that hotkey for? I'm not sure. Okay, doesn't matter. So we can go in there. So let's see. So you have this. How's your throttle being controlled, by the way? Where's your electric motors? You have one there. Okay, cool. So if you go into there and we say that WS is number 2. Cool. And yeah, so that's 2 and that's 1, and then that is, okay, so let's put that on 1. That will be our steering, and then 2 will be for our throttle. Cool. Update that, go in, and we'll say 2 is for the throttle, so that's fine, and 1 is for your steering. That should all be working, to be fair. Let's go and double check. So your steering, yeah, looks like it's working. Throttle, yep, there we go. Nice little fix. I would probably adjust your sensitivity there, because for me it's a little bit too slow, but that's up to you. But yeah, you just had your composite signals wrong, and as I said, you don't need that extra composite box here at the terminal, because your seat has composite signal. So really quite nice and easy. Great, let's go and move on to the next creation. And the next creation we have is a train that was submitted by Ocelote. Now, according to them, the issue they're having is something to do with the doors, which I can confirm, I can see that, and also an issue with the engines that are just turning off after a few minutes of driving it. So let's try and understand how we could actually drive this. So it looks like here it doesn't really have anything to get into here, so we just jump into the seat, or try to at least. We have left doors. They are working. It looks like you just have the timing wrong on the capacitor, I'm guessing. That's fine, we can sort that out. Interior lights, brakes, throttle, right doors, ignition. Do you have a throttle? Oh, that's the other direction. Doesn't sound like the engines are running. Okay, let's just bring this back to the workbench just to kind of understand what's going on here. So throttle / clutch. So you have throttle there, and okay, I would have those on two different two different things. So you need one for your actual engine, and you need one for your actual throttle of your electric engine. That way you can control them separately, which will be great. Cool. Let's just double check everything else. That's ignition, starting, cool. It looks like it's got fuel and everything else it needs. Is that actually going to a generator? Let me just try and see if I can see where that does that go. Goes over here, it goes into a gearbox, comes out of a gearbox, goes down, and then into a whole bunch of generators. Okay, probably too many for that small little engine, but we'll see what we get out of it. You could always just get another dial and we can see how much power it's producing. I'm just going to delete that. And let's just bring this there. So this one will be watts. Cool. Get that connected to one of your generators. So whatever that gives us, we'll times it by 6 and see what it's producing. That is all connected. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, we'll test that out. Let's just see also what's going on with these doors. So you've got I think you had a button somewhere for the door. So left door goes into a capacitor, then goes into that. Open, close, and goes into a whole bunch of different sliders. Okay, what is your... So 2 seconds charge time and 1 second discharge. Okay, that's fine. So hold on, how is that working? So it goes to... Okay, that should be going to that if I'm correct. Okay, and then you have another one which goes to these two. And that's also got a capacitor. And that's got 1 second and 0.2. This has got 0.2 and 1 second. So that should be fine. That should be working 100%. And I'm guessing you have another one on the other side for the other set. Yep. So those two to those two, those two to those two. Okay, yeah, that should be working. You might want to obviously just change the timings on the capacitors, but let's just double check that. So we can spawn it in now, jump into the seat, or try to jump into that seat. A little bit difficult. I would add a door somewhere to get in there, but that's just my opinion. So we can actually get this turned on for the first time. So let's get a throttle on our actual diesel engine. And you can see the watts, so you times that by what, 6? I'd probably increase your gearbox for that too. Left doors. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to open it too quickly. Yeah, looks like it's trying to open it too quickly. I just want to double check your direction arrows for them. So positive out, okay, and this one is, where is it? Positive out and positive out. Yeah, that should be fine. And negative in, yep, that's all good. So probably just increase the time. So where was the top one? Was that. So that one needs to go out quickly. So yeah, 0.2 seconds charging, great, and discharge 1. Let's bring it up to 2 seconds. And then we can go to this one and do 2 seconds till you start working, and then 0.2 discharge. Cool. So that should be a little bit now. Let's go try and get into that seat. So left doors. So it is going out. I don't know what's going on with that guy at the back. Almost looks like he doesn't have any electric. So oh, he's got electric. Huh. Very interesting. Unless you're going the wrong direction. So if I'm correct, it was positive was going out. So why have you got -1? -1 is off. That's to close it, and then 1 to open it. On. And that's fine actually. So those things should be working. So it should be pushing it out by 1. Yep. And then it should be going to that side. Should be going to that side. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm actually just going, yeah. I'm trying to see it as it's happening, but it's a little bit hard with being in the seat. So let's quickly try and do this. So there, tab. So that is working. Let's try and do it again. So the other one looks like it's either hitting something or... Yeah, I'm going to switch this to a hotkey so that I can actually see it and see what's going on. Oh wait, there is no hotkey on that seat, is there? Great. Okay, let's switch this out for a better seat. Or different seat, sorry. Okay, we'll get that in. Let's go. Hotkey 1 is going to go to do that. Now we can at least see what's going on. Try and diagnose this. So there we go. So it's going out, it's holding, and then it's moving. But that one is not moving for some reason. Okay, so let's understand what's going on here. So that's fine. That's fine. That looks good to me. Negative, negative, positive, positive. Don't see an issue why that wouldn't work. Looks all good to me. Let's double check everything. You have got your correct signals. Yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine too. Both of them are getting positive. It is going in the right direction. Yes, it is. Electric. We already checked the electric. Just to satisfy myself here with this query, I'm going to just move that and not daisy chain them. Don't know if it's going to make any difference. I also want to check your gearbox for that baby engine. Yeah, set that to 3 to 1 for your generator. You'll get more wattage out of that. Okay, so let's try it now. I'm not going to play around too much with the doors, but they should be working. So it's still like bugging out there. Just those doors for some reason are bugging out. Yeah, they're not happy. I would just delete that and replace them, to be honest. The other doors are fine. You can change the timing. Let's check your... Yep, that's running. You get, ooh, you're getting a nice bit of wattage out of that. And then we can go and actually quit your throttle on for that. And there's your train done. If you're looking for any more help on these tracker trains and how to set up these engines / generators, I've got a whole tutorial on trains that you can go check out, from doing a set speed to doing this like automatic generator system that will turn it on and off whenever you need it to. Definitely go check out those videos. They're a lot of fun. These doors are always they're always a little bit of a pain to get working, and there's something wrong with the back one. I'll just delete everything and replace it because it looks like something has messed about something there. But yeah, these doors are always a pain, to be fair. But yeah, otherwise that's all nice and sorted. Your engine looks like it's running perfectly fine. You're generating more than enough power. Your battery's nice and happy. And yeah, you got a nice little speed out of this. You can probably get the speed up even more if you want to. I wouldn't, because then you're going to be dropping your power quite dramatically. But ideally, we should be able to put it into 0 and get your brakes on. And then you should see your battery start going up because you are generating enough power, or you should be at least. You got what, 6 of those, so 6 times 6. You probably could get more out of it, but then you would need some more engines, to be fair. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. But before we end this one, I do want to take one more look at those doors and just see if I can try and do anything to help fix them. Because it is bugging me ever so slightly. So I'm actually gonna just go and delete these doors for you, because I want to go and see kind of behind the scenes and see what's kind of going on here. So I can definitely see they are moving out, which is fine, and then they're going to slide across. That should all be fine. There's nothing in its way. No, that looks fine. Let's double check these doors. Nothing in its way. No, no. So those should be fine. Let's just double check. I want to spawn that in. So almost looks like that. Oh, you know why? I know exactly what's going on here. You are using a -1 on them. So you'll notice here, you've got a -1. If you change that to 0, because at the moment you got -1, so they're trying to fight each other. They're trying to fight each other to move backwards, which is not what you want. Because it's on the same rail system, in theory, you can see it's on the same rail system. You know, that is an issue. So you need to do one of two things: either separate it by putting another piece here and then deleting one off there. That would be one way of doing it. Actually, that's pretty much the only way you're going to be able to do it, because at the moment it's trying to fight each other. Okay, I'm telling you now, if I was to set that block to 0, you'll notice that there's not any more issues. See there? How it's just staying still. And then if we were to go in and to your seat here, I can try and get to your seat. There we go. And watch when I press 1, goes out, opens up. The problem now is that because I changed to 0, that won't come back in. And that's where you need -1. But you need to separate those rails, because at the moment, as I said, it's trying to fight each other. It's trying to go backwards, and then it's pushing along its rail, so that's why it's bugging out. But yeah, I think that is a perfect place to end this episode off with. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Been some nice little creations that we've been able to fix. Or actually get on the seat here. Being able to fix. Why are your brakes off? There we go. Yeah, nice few little creations that we're able to fix, and just some small changes to them, and now they're working, and hopefully that will help you guys out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it some entertaining and informative as always, and we'll see you in the next one.